Moving to a new country is exciting, but adapting to a completely different work culture can feel overwhelming. Whether you are a student, a professional, or just starting your career in Canada, understanding how work culture works here is critical to your success. But don't worry, in today's video, I will break down exactly what you need to know to hit the ground running in Canadian workplace. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with practical advice and tips that will make your transition smoother and help you succeed in Canadian work environment. Number one, focus on your soft skills. Let's start with soft skills, a huge deal in Canada. You might have all the technical skills in the world, but here in Canada, soft skills like teamwork, communication, and problem solving are often considered just as, if not more important, as your technical skills. In my personal experience, I've seen newcomers excel when they actively work on collaboration and adaptability. Employers here love people who can take initiative, work well in a team, and have a positive attitude. So if you are new here, make sure you are investing time in developing these qualities. For instance, I always say that try volunteering for projects outside your role, or even help out with colleagues when they need your assistance. It will surprise you how people will be watching all these small things that you'll be doing in the work environment. You will think that nobody is paying attention, but trust me, at the right time, somebody might hit on you and say, okay, I realize you are taking initiative, so as a result, I want to volunteer you for this particular job, or there's a new role available that I want to nominate you for. It shows you'll be willing to contribute beyond what is expected, and that's something that's highly valued in the Canadian workplace. Secondly, the art of small talk. Now let's talk about something that might feel a little strange to some of you. Small talk. I know, trust me, I know. You are probably thinking, I'm here to work, not chat about the weather. But trust me, small talk is huge in Canadian work culture. In meetings, at the coffee machine, or even during a quick break, engaging in light conversations help build rapport with your colleagues. Topics like weather, which changes a lot, sports, or even new TV show are great conversation starters. So if you are not interested in some of these things, it might be time to pay attention to them, because they might be your in to be able to at least initiate conversation and build rapport with your colleagues. Because if they trust you, that's when you will start to grow in the work environment, because people will now be open to offer their assistance to you, or be open to at least give you new ideas or support you accordingly. But if you decide not to build rapport with anybody, you might be a loner and be working in silo. I remember when I first moved here, a friend of mine got into the habit of asking co-workers about their weekend plans every Monday morning. It became a simple ritual, but guess what? It helped me build trust, and eventually he was included in more key meetings just because he was approachable. Just by asking people more about their weekend, that was his in to getting into those circles where now he was more included in those key meetings, because people felt that, oh, they could trust him, because by having those small talks, they started building rapport, and they felt that, oh, this is somebody who is approachable, somebody that we can work with. So as soon as there's any big project or any project that comes along, they will come to him and ask whether he's prepared to maybe open to working in that project. Number three, punctuality and time management. And personally, I've been a victim of this in most of the places that I've worked with, and it's something that I had to prove on. Canadians value punctuality. It's not just about being on time, it's about being respectful of other people's time. If you are late often, it's seen as unprofessional, and it might reflect poorly on your overall time management skills. So if you are going to be late, even by a few minutes, always send a message ahead of time to let people know. They will always tell you that when it comes to being late, you have 15 minutes room to be late. But trust me, if you are going to be late even by a minute, make sure you send a text ahead of time to let people know that you are going to be late. So nobody might be looking for you because they expect you to be late. But if you don't, it will reflect badly on you. And remember, it's not just about arriving on time to meetings. It's also about being efficient in your work tasks. So even when you are given something to do and you feel that you are not going to meet the time window, it's always nice to reach out and send notification and let them know that, oh, I might overrun the time that was given. That way, they will know not to expect you to deliver on time. Instead of waiting till the deadline and failing to deliver, it will reflect very badly on you as an employee. And with this one, a pro tip here: aim to arrive 5 to 10 minutes early for meetings. It will shock you that people will take notice of it. If the meeting is going to start at 8, my advice is make sure you give yourself by 5 to 10 minutes, you are already there. It shows you are organized and ready to engage. And if you are the one leading the meeting, respect everybody's time by sticking to the agenda. If the meeting is going to end at 9, make sure by 10 minutes to 9 you are ready to wrap up, and by 9 you are letting everybody out of the room, because people have other things to do after that time they give set for that particular meeting. Number 4, equality in the workplace. Equality is a cornerstone of the Canadian work environment. It doesn't matter if you are a manager or an intern, everyone's voice is heard and your opinion matters. Canadian workplaces are diverse and inclusive. Discrimination based on age, gender, race, or sexual orientation is not tolerated, trust me. And there are laws to protect employees when it comes to this. So anything that would definitely allow you to discriminate against somebody is something that's frowned upon. So most times they will tell you, even when you are submitting your resume, don't put your age, your gender, or even your sexuality on the resume, because it can be something that people can use to discriminate against you. So you are not even expected to put those things on any resume. One of the things that surprised me the most when I started working in Canada was how collaborative the environment was. As a newcomer, you might be used to more hierarchical structure, but here, even interns are invited to share their views in important meetings. And sometimes everyone will be involved in the meetings because they will tell you that everybody's opinion actually matters. And if you are not careful, it will be difficult for you to separate a manager from an intern. I remember one place that I went to work, a particular department, there was one lady who was always the one organizing everything. And this was a big supermarket chain. One time I wanted to have a conversation with the manager. So I spoke to one of the guys. I said, that is the manager. And the main thing that I wanted to talk about was how, as a former manager, I can possibly even enter a managerial role in that particular company. What she told me was, as a manager in that particular company, you are supposed to rise through the ranks. So the manager knows the work of even the people under them. He knows what to do. And I was surprised myself, because you cannot tell the manager if they don't point the manager out to you, because they are all working together in that particular chain. Even though respect is given to the manager was somebody who has risen through the ranks, so can do the work of the subordinates, and they are all hands-on getting the work done together. So don't hesitate to speak up and share your thoughts when you find yourself in any work culture environment. Respect and professionalism are key, but so is being open to new ideas and perspective. So if you are somebody moving here expecting to be in a managerial role, this is something that you should be open to. Number 5 will be understanding nonverbal cues. Let's talk about nonverbal stuff, the subtle things that can sometimes speak louder than words. Nonverbal communication is a big part of the Canadian work environment. Example, maintaining eye contact is important. It shows you are engaged and trustworthy. Giving a handshake when you meet someone for the first time is standard practice. And always greet your colleagues with a friendly good morning or say goodbye before leaving at the end of the day. Small gestures like these go a long way in creating a positive work environment. My advice is watch out how co-workers behave and mirror those cues, because every company or work environment might have its own culture. So if you find yourself there, watch how your colleagues behave, and sometimes you mirror those cues. Pay attention to how they react in meetings or during informal conversations. And over time, you will naturally pick up these subtle but important communication skills. So those are 5 key tips to help you adapt to the Canadian work culture. To recap, focus on soft skills, embrace small talk, be punctual, respect equality in the workplace, and always be aware of those nonverbal cues. Adapting to a new work culture takes time, but if you follow these tips, you will not only fit in but also thrive. Remember, every workplace is different, but these principles hold true across most organizations in Canada. Thank you for watching, and remember to like the videos so that YouTube will see value in it and show to other people. And feel free to share with family members and friends who might also find value in it. And always turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any video from me. Until the next video, cheers and see you again.